Hello there, my beautiful Gemini friends. How are you? Welcome back to Sacred Knowledge Tarot. I am so happy and thankful to each and every one of you for being here with me today. So thank you, everyone. And those of you that are brand new to my channel, hello and welcome, my friends. My name is Ria and I do these readings every week. So this is your 7/7 portal reading, everyone, which I'm super excited about. Now, this portal is going to be active on July the 7th. For me, this feels like the clouds are parting and the angels are coming through. There's an open channel between ourselves and the divine. This is where a lot of us will feel the presence of God, the angels, spirit, and the divine. It's a time where our senses are heightened, our intuition is heightened, and perhaps we're wanting to build deeper connections to people or things, experiences in our lives. So it's an energy we want to embody. Any kind of answers you are seeking are also going to come through around this time, especially the month of July. So this is where we allow ourselves and open ourselves to that connection with spirit, quiet the noise, implement practices in our lives where we can connect to spirit, like meditation, prayer, affirmations, whatever it is that you can do to connect with this energy. This is where you're going to really feel guided in your life. Now, what I'm going to do for you today is open your reading with an animal spirit oracle card. Then I'm going to pull 3 cards out of my tarot deck to see what message spirit has for you, followed by a bonus card from the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck. And then I'm going to pull 3 personal messages for you today as well. Then we're going to close off with an angel number. So those of you that are seeing angel numbers, repeating numbers, any animals or insects, patterns or symbols, this is all going to give you your confirmation and guidance today. So stay tuned for all of this, my beautiful friends. All right, Gemini, let's call in spirit and open up your reading. See what it is that spirit would like you to hear around the 7/7 portal. All right, so we are getting for you today orca. Look at this. Have any of you seen an orca whale? This is your confirmation today. If you haven't, you're seeing one now on your screen. So the message is, it's time to surrender to the natural flow of life and receive your manifestations with ease. So once again, it's time to surrender your natural flow of life and receive your manifestations with ease. So surrender to that natural flow, that rhythm of life right now in your life. Don't fight against the current here either, Gemini. Okay, so let's pull some cards and see what else is coming through. We are getting 2 of Pentacles, so there's an upgrade. You are leveling up this month, Gemini. And this portal is bringing in that energy of power. Being brave and courageous. This is persistence as well. Discipline, understanding, knowing. And this is how you are going to move up in the world here, Gemini. So you are moving up in your world right now. 2 of Pentacles. We have the 2 of Wands. So we've got double 2s here. Pay attention to the 2s because there's an alignment happening, okay? I feel you're going to reach the top of the mountain in your life and you're going to be able to see the whole world with clear eyes. You're going to see the bigger picture, and I'm seeing you replanning, remapping out your life here. So some of you might be thinking of a move, relocating or changing things up in your life, seeing the bigger picture, but in a different, through a different lens. Now, I also want you to use your own intuition with my reading. So whenever you see my cards popping up on screen, I want you to try and interpret them using your own intuition. Not only will this strengthen your intuition, but you will also receive your own messages. Next, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So you're about to get to work here, Gemini. There's a lot that you're going to generate through the energy that you put out into the projects, into the things, relationships, your work, where you're going to see a lot of success, okay? This is where your hard works and your efforts pay off in a big, big way here. So the 8 of Pentacles. So look at this. You're on a mission here. You have a vision, Gemini, and you're not going to stop until you get there. This is what I'm getting here with this energy. Now, before I begin, I just wanted to mention that we all live a different life experience. These cards are going to present themselves differently in each of our lives. This is also a general reading for you today, Gemini. So those of you that are watching, if my reading isn't resonating for you, please leave it behind, but also check out your moon and your rising signs. All right, friends. So what is happening in your lives? What are you doing? What are you working towards? What's your vision here? Because through some effort and not being afraid of challenges, you're really going to see a lot of progress. You're going to see miracles here. This is what I'm getting, is a miraculous energy at the top of this mountain. And some of you are going to reach milestones. You're going to hit some goals this month of July. And this activation from the 7-7 portal. Set an intention, light a candle. This is what I'm doing on the morning of the 7th, is I've got my candles ready here. Set an intention, and you could pick any candle you want, any color, any size. It could have been pre-burned, whatever you choose. Set the intention, light it, and allow that into the universe, and believe that whatever it is that you're desiring is going to come to fruition. Now, this is an action card, so this is where you are an active participant in the creation of your desire. So there's an uphill battle here with this. And some of you have been already working up that hill. You face a lot of challenges, and this is where you're almost at the top. You're almost at the finish line here. And there's something else waiting for you there at the top of the mountain. Now, this is where Spirit is calling you to be resourceful. Ask for support, especially if you need it. Don't be afraid to ask for support. And look in your tool belt to see what else you can use in order to move another inch here. It's almost like someone's hiking a mountain and you're having to look for tools and things because you came across this rock face, and before you were going through dirt, but now there's a rock face. So now you have to pull out these different tools. And perhaps you're not a rock climber, but you're kind of like, you know what? I think I can do this. So I'm gonna try anyways, and we'll see. And you're very careful here as you're doing this. This is the image that they're showing me, is someone rock climbing from one mountain. And perhaps there's something that's showing up in your life that you don't have experience with, or perhaps you don't know enough about. This is where you do your own research. Don't be afraid though. Don't let fear take you back, Gemini. Instead, let's look at what's coming up in front of us. Give yourself 90 seconds to breathe through the emotions that you're feeling. So this is where we have to practice doing this with our emotions, is anytime we catch ourselves and our emotions rising up, we give ourselves 90 seconds. Just breathe through that energy and count to 90. And once that emotion passes, you're able to think a little bit more clearly. And your intuition is heightened here. Your senses is almost like a wolf-like energy, these gut instincts. So you know what it is that you need to do. Listen to that intuition is what Spirit is saying. Okay, there's some research happening here as well. Some of you are gathering ingredients for that recipe or for something. So I don't know if any of you are baking. Perhaps you are baking cakes, perhaps cookies, or whatever this is. Maybe this is a business for some of you, or perhaps you're just making this for your children or your family, right? Maybe there's an event or something like that. But I'm smelling baked goods. If I feel like I'm in a bakery here, this is what I feel like. I'm standing in a bakery. There's a couple of customers. I hear the bell ringing, and people are kind of looking through that glass just to see what kind of cakes and pastries they want, even cupcakes. Like, what a beautiful energy here. So perhaps some of you walk by a bakery and that reminds you of something. So what I'm getting here is there's some signs and synchronicities that are coming in through sense. So your nose. You might have a heightened sense of smell. And with this smell, it might lead you towards something, some sort of an opportunity, some sort of ulterior route, alternative route, ulterior motive is what that should have been. Right? Maybe there's somebody around you that has an ulterior motive and put that into action, and now you're having to reroute yourself, right? So lots of different ways that this card can come through. But ultimately, what Spirit is asking you to do here, Gemini, is not to give up. If things feel like they're getting tougher, it's because you're almost at the reaching point. You're almost at the top here. This is what I feel like you're going to hit a milestone. You're going to level up. This is what's going. It's like you're beating the last boss, or a boss moving on to the next level in a video game. You're juggling things. I feel things are busy for some of you. Perhaps you have deadlines you're trying to meet. Maybe you're trying to complete a project even. And what I'm getting here is some time that was spent on a project, and perhaps there's been a lot of distractions and things where you haven't been able to get to this project or this thing that you've been wanting to do. It's been on your mind. You've been putting some effort into it, but not enough. And there's been this long stretch of time and it's just there sitting. So Spirit is wanting you to balance your life out, right? Let's bring everything back to balance here. Let's recenter ourselves. Let's retake a look at our priorities. Let's see what it is that we're working on, what needs to happen here. It's all about reprioritizing your daily tasks, just your daily or monthly goals here. And you're going to see a huge difference when you refocus. So I feel it's time for a pit stop. It's time for you to tune yourself up and to refocus on things that are actually important, where you're almost at this point in your life. You're about to reach a milestone, some sort of a goal here, Gemini. So they're wanting you to keep moving, do not give up, and call on your spirit guides for that support you need at this time. We have a new direction coming in. So when you reach that higher point, I feel this is you standing at the tip of this mountain. And as you're standing here, you're looking at just the world. I feel your world, the way that you interpret your world, the way that you see it, the way that you show up in it, the way that you kind of respond to it is shifting altogether just from reaching this point. So I feel there's an endless flow of opportunities, these doors opening for you that you never saw before. Now at this point, you're kind of like, okay, what do I want to do here with myself? What do I want to do with this project? So this could be some of you being monetized on YouTube. That opens a door for a lot of things to happen. This could be a storefront property, because I'm seeing a ribbon being cut and the doors being open, right? I'm also getting you opening yourself up and being vulnerable in a relationship, even like you've reached this point where you've been healing and it's been a really tough journey for you, right? But you've been resourceful. You've looked for help and support. Perhaps you have a counselor or someone you speak to that has helped you calm your energy. And now you're open to a world of possibilities, perhaps around relationships. Maybe you've been in a tough situation where, you're not seeing growth in your life. Maybe the job that you're at, the career you're in, you're not seeing growth. So as you're working hard, you're looking in a new direction here. So I'm just seeing a complete turn this way. All right. And you see the picture clear. And because we have these new channels, these new timelines opening up for you, the possibilities are endless. So I just feel sometimes it can almost feel neurotic, this energy. I don't know if you feel that, Gemini. Sometimes I feel like I have so much information coming in, so many downloads. This is what it feels like, a lot of downloads. This is creativity. There's so many different things that are coming in and we can feel overwhelmed. So perhaps we're wanting to discuss them and we're calling people, we're reaching out and discussing this. And there's this trying to organize it, there's this confusion here as well. This is really interesting because it's one thing that turns into another and then it turns into this ball of chaos. I don't know if any of you are experiencing this, but it almost feels like something came in and it's like a train. You know how there's a song that people dance to that form a human train, like you hold each other and you just go around the whole room as a train. This is what I'm seeing here in my mind. So it's like one thing after another, and this train's getting bigger and longer. The song's not ending is what Spirit is saying here. So allow yourself to stop that train and detach from some of the things that have caught on to you as you're thinking. Write things down here, Gemini. This is really going to help you just to think things through, to reorganize yourself. Now, I'm getting travel coming in. So perhaps you're deciding around travel. Maybe you're trying to see if you're wanting to move somewhere, because I'm seeing an environmental change in your life for some of you. Like where you spend the most time, I feel this is work hours. You're seeing a change in this. This could be at home for some of you that are spending time at home, working from home. So a change in where you live. Perhaps some of you are traveling and trying to decide where you're wanting to go, or perhaps you're wanting to move to a different country or a city and kind of deciding, okay, where do we want to go? What do we want to do? The options are endless here. Now, the other thing is there's a lot of growth that has happened in some of your lives because you reached this point, the top of the mountain. So you're seeing yourself maybe even buying a house. And perhaps this house is going to be in a place that you've never lived before. So for example, I live in Vancouver. So maybe you're living in Vancouver and finding that you're moving to Texas, or looking at options of moving to Texas or another city or country even. Perhaps you're thinking of moving to Bali, maybe even Mexico, right? There's lots of different options. So there's kind of going through things here and making a clear decision, talking to people around whatever this is. Now, this could be also you looking at a project or a business and wanting to expand and go global, right? So you're wanting to see how far your brand or your products will reach, where your services will reach. So there's planning and marketing that is happening around this as well. You're going to see a lot of luck with this, Gemini. I really feel if you're wanting to expand and have a global reach, you're going to experience this. So do your own research, get some advice from people that are doing the same thing as you, and just look into this, because I do see some of you reaching a really far, far place here with your branding. Like, it's your face. I'm seeing your face in the branding here, right? Maybe you're expanding what it is that you're doing. Perhaps you were, baking cakes, and now all of a sudden you're like, you know what, I'm going to add cookies to the mix here. So I'm going to bake cakes and I'm going to bake cookies now, right? It's kind of that kind of energy here. So a lot of different possibilities. I feel the world is in your hands here. You are the creator of it, and through balance. So those of you that are seeing balance, or sorry, if you're seeing the number 2, they're wanting you to have balance here. There's also an alignment happening that is a part of your purpose, right? So this is all coming through for you. So I just feel that there's a lot of hard work that is going into this, but the energy and the efforts, the care, the nurture that you're putting into whatever it is that you're trying to create or reach in your life, you're going to see a lot of rewards around this, a lot of blessings. I'm seeing multiple streams of income. I'm seeing a lot of products that you're making. I'm seeing orders coming in. So perhaps things may have been stagnant, or you're wanting to see an increase in your sales. I'm seeing a lot of work being put in, and I'm seeing incoming energies of wanting your things, your products, your services, your words. So this is also energy that you're putting towards others. Some of you are helping others to grow, teaching others. I'm seeing some of you surrounded by other people. So perhaps you have put together a workshop, and maybe you're doing it somewhere out of town. This could be a retreat, and you're organizing, and this connection to others. There's some value that you're adding to other people's life. This is a value card. This is the value that you have, that your energy has, that you put out there, right? So I'm seeing a lot of success in your businesses, in your career with this. I'm seeing a lot of income coming in. So I do see an increase in your wage, increase in your finances. I'm seeing some of you doing more than one thing here as well. So July is going to be very busy for you, Gemini. I'm just seeing a lot of different things. Like some of you are working on your projects at home. Perhaps you're gardening. Perhaps you're making candles, doing some sessions at home. Maybe you're doing some healing, spiritual work here. There's spiritual alignment happening, especially here with the Orca. I just feel there's spiritual growth. Maybe you have thought about expanding your spiritual business, maybe having it online instead of in person. So there's transformations and transitions happening here as well. Like the way that there's almost like this realignment of your business, or the way that you do things in your life. Some of you might be learning new apps, perhaps AI and stuff like that. So I'm seeing you learning here, mastering something new or something old that you haven't put enough time in. So even like upgrades. This is so interesting because they're starting to give me a lot of downloads. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that's coming in. I'm seeing some of you updating systems in your life. So this could be things that you implement in your day-to-day life that you're updating, upgrading. I'm seeing some of you learning new skill sets, mastering something, and seeing a lot of success with that. I'm seeing some of you rearranging some of the things that you do in your life. This is your schedule, rearranging that to make it work better for you. So this is a part of your self-development. This is also rearranging of values and beliefs within you, because there's a strength that is coming, this power coming in that you're going to utilize. There's integrity here. So a lot of things that you're working on. So a lot of energy that you're putting out there in order to create the life that you desire, that place that you feel really good living in, okay? This could be you painting your home. You know, you want to have a nice atmosphere. So the colors in your home. So what I'm seeing is colors in your home need to be changed, or where you spend the most time. They need to be more brighter is what Spirit is saying. They're showing me a darker shade. Perhaps it's dirty. It needs to be updated. So that things that need to be updated in your life, now is the time for you to update them. The opportunities here to actually look at the options to update things, to be curious, to explore. Yeah, this is really interesting. There's a reinvention happening here as well. So some of you may have been working really hard. I'm getting the number 11s coming in as well. So pay attention to the number 1111, twos around you. So the other thing I'm getting here is you come to this place where you reach the top and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, there is so much more work here. I was not expecting that I would have to do more work. So if you enjoy what you do, you love your work, you're passionate about it, this is not going to feel like a lot of work. So what I do with my channel, I have a lot of work. I film my readings and then I'm like, okay, yes, I reached my goal for the day for filming. But then it's like, okay, wait a minute. We still have to do thumbnails. There's some videos that I edit right now still. My husband does the majority of it. So I do the extra readings that I do a week. So sometimes I'm finding myself doing editing. Sometimes my grandson comes over and I'm like, oh, I got to put extra energy in now to things and I'm redirected. So my attention's being redirected. Pay attention to distractions in your life here as well, Gemini, but know that there's a major upgrade, a leveling up happening in your life. And through the energy that you put out there, there's a world of possibilities for you this month, okay? So let's pull a bonus card. This is the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck. I'm going to read you the interpretation from the guidebook. Anything more that Spirit wants to share with you is also going to come through this card. So we are getting for you today, Spirit of the River. Look at that, the Spirit of the River. So the message is movement towards adventure. We got water here. We have water here. So connection to water. Make sure you're taking enough water intake. Gemini, spending some time with water. There is a deep connection to water here for some of you. Okay, so the number 50 is on this card. Perhaps you're 50 years old as you're watching this reading. Maybe 50 is a significant number for you. The number 5 is coming through with this. So there's definitely some change happening. I feel a lot of you, this is internal change for you, okay? And they're wanting you to be flexible, adaptable, to be able to move and flow with the energy that's coming in. So we got a couple of words here before I start the reading. Movement towards adventure, addiction to problems, and allowing and trusting the current. Okay, so the message here is the Spirit of the River invites you to step into the flow, to stop swimming against or avoiding the current. Allow the waters to carry you downstream, away from the eddies and whirlpools. It's time to heed the call of a new adventure waiting for you. Perhaps you're working really hard and it's not working for you, so Spirit is pointing you in a different direction. Stop working on the problem for a while. The issue is not what it seems. It is your addiction to fixing what has gone bad that is consuming so much of your time. Work to create a greater good, and the bad will resolve itself on its own. There is nothing that you can accomplish with more efforting, as the situations in your life right now are subject to forces beyond your control. Recognize this, step back, and trust the flow. There is no loss of face or lack of honor or integrity. It is simply the way things are in this moment. When this card appears, it is time to say yes to the next leg of your journey. Your life is like a river, inevitable and inexorably flowing to the sea, which is your divine destination. Be fearless and release yourself to the rushing water in the middle of the stream. Whatever it is you are holding on to, the feelings, the thoughts, the beliefs about how things are or how they should or could be, can be fixed easily with the power of Spirit of the River. Simply let go and enjoy the thrill of the ride. All will be well. Okay, so look at that, Gemini. So Spirit of the River, embrace the energy. So I'm now going to pull 3 personal messages for you here. So feel free to pause this video, take a deep breath, connect to Spirit, and then come back and place these messages wherever they resonate for you. So we are getting for you today, Gemini. If all you're doing is waiting for the really big moments, you won't value and appreciate the small ones. So once again, if all you're doing is waiting for the really big moments, you won't value and appreciate the small ones. So start appreciating the small moments in your life, Gemini. Next card is you miss the beauty when you are stressed. Be gentle with yourself, be messy sometimes, and let it all go. So once again, you miss the beauty when you are stressed. So be gentle with yourself, be messy sometimes, and let it all go. And your third message, don't take actions when there's a feeling of resistance. Don't take action when there's a feeling of resistance, okay? So pay attention to some of the images in this card, in these cards, because they may show up in your life. Now, let's pull an angel number. Some of you are seeing repeating numbers or angel numbers in your life. This is going to give you your confirmation and guidance. We've got the energy of Saturn coming through this as well for some of you. So you may have some Saturn placements in your birth chart. Make sure you check where those are. But I feel that the Saturn placement is going to be very powerful for some of you. Blessed change, the number 5. We had the number 5 here on this shaman card as well. So change is coming in, blessed change for you, Gemini. So those of you that are looking for timing, I'm getting 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, 5 hours, and the 5th of the month. So messages from the divine are coming in. So you want to pay attention to this. Signs, all of this is around you. There's also this sense of adventure, the sense of freedom and curiosity. They're wanting you to be curious, to be free a little bit, to experience adventure in your day-to-day life. There's some new opportunities that are available and you're aligning to your life's path. You're exactly where you need to be at this time. And there's a change taking place. So you're meant to go through this change, Gemini. So this is your reading today. I hope it resonates for you. If it does, please comment below, hit that like button. And if you're brand new to my channel and you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing. Other than that, I wanted to wish you all a beautiful day and thank you so much for watching.